Guruji, there is a bit of a crackling noise whenever you move.
Oh, whenever I move.
Yeah. Because there in the last
Even without, when you are not moving, still some crack, like a
crackling noise.
Noise. Something rubbing or something.
Static sound.
Even when you are not moving right now.
Oh,
Right
oh.
now I'm getting
Yeah, like some insect is making like a sound like that.
Kar sound.
Yes.
Is it constant or when I'm speaking?
Constant.
No, constant.
For us is constant.
Constant for us. All the time.
It comes, I mean,
See,
I
now
notice it when you move.
Now he is not speaking.
Now
but still the
without
noise is-
movement also it comes.
But it's not constant.
It is not
For
constant.
us is constant.
I mean, it is off and on it comes, but even without you moving.
So is it coming now?
Yes.
Yeah, just now it came.
I see.
It comes like sparks, Guruji.
Oh.
Monday class, during the satsang, after the class, I don't know whether Bhagya Lakshmiji or some discussed about jealousy and all that. So in the 12th chapter, 13th shloka, there is an answer for that. Adveshta sarvabhutanam. So it's the perfect answer, like whoever doesn't hate anybody or loves, or like universal love. So there is an answer for that. I think that's what I wanted to mention here. Because I didn't have time on that Monday class. So I just wanted to bring it up here.
Yeah, so Adveshta Sarvabhutanam, and then what is this? What is the answer there?
No, the answer is like there were talk about jealousy and why jealousy is there, all that. So this shloka gives an answer. If like it says, Adveshta sarvabhutanam maitra karuna evacha nirmamo nirhankara sukha kshami.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to highlight that there is an answer given by Krishna, like how to avoid jealousy.
Yeah, so Adveshta Sarvabhutanam Maitra Karuna Evacha. And so referring to a jnani there, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
to a jnani. And so that person, a jnani, cannot have dvesha against anybody, cannot have chance of a jealousy. Because jealousy means I am affected by something that's going on. Okay. And so for a jnani, even for mature people, jealousy will not be there. What to talk of a jnani? Yeah, so the question was asked by Girish Kunnat, I think, right? He was asking whether things like jealousy and all is there, and how real it is, etc. Yeah, so jealousy is an emotion, and it will have its effects will manifest. That's what we said. But yeah, jnani is an adveshta, sarvabhutanam adveshta. So even Bin Laden,
he hates nobody. He hates nobody.
correct. He hates nobody. Nobody. Despite all the crimes they've done, he cannot hate. He can say, you should not be doing this. That he will say. You should say. But there's no hatred per se, because that person is a source of blessing even for that criminal. And therefore, there can't be any hatred. Thank you. Haraprasad ji, go ahead.
In sloka number 25, the worshippers of mine will reach me. That's what he said. Now, there is he talking himself as Krishna as a avatara, or Krishna as Ishvara in that particular statement.
So one can interpret it both ways. Okay. And because the Pitranyanti, Bhutani, etc. is there, they're all finite things. And so Mat, if is interpreted as Bhagavan Sri Krishna, then becomes Avatara. Avatara is finite. And so Avatara has a beginning and an end, etc. And so they reach me means they reach Krishna. And reaching Krishna means what? We have to interpret. We have to interpret. We have to say wherever Krishna is, and that person reaches that place. Like that, some people will interpret. Okay? But we say that that is still a sakama bhakti, and so reaching me is gaining me. Gaining me is appreciating me in you. Okay? And so that is the other way to interpret. That's the way we interpret it. That's the way our Swamiji interprets it. And I have to see what Shankara says. I forgot now. And he will most likely he will also Atma Bhavena. He would have used that word. Atma Bhavena. Knowing Shankara, the Atma Bhavena prapnoti. Okay, that's what he will say. So Atma Bhava, he will suddenly bring Atma Bhava there. And so Bhagavan is no different than you, he will say. Therefore, if you worship Krishna with that attitude, with that vision, with that desire to know the truth, then you will reach Krishna. Means what? You are Krishna. You have identified yourself as Krishna. You understood. I am not different from Krishna. You gain. That person gains me.
Yeah, Yanti. Yeah. धन्यवादः महोदय.
Yeah. Mahesh, we can't hear you.
Sorry. My question is in that shloka number 27, Yat karoshi yadasnasti. Yes, doesn't it encompass or include, covers the shloka previously, 26? Because whatever you do, what is more generalistic compared to patram, phalam, pushpam, toyam?
Yeah, you can say 27. See, the 26 is an act of puja. Patram pushpam phalam toyam. Okay, bhaktya prayachit. So it's a specific act. Okay, specific act. You don't offer a spoon of water to anything anywhere except in the puja room. You don't offer a spoon of water. Correct. And therefore, this is a puja bhavana. So bhaktya prayachiti. यहाँ पर यत करोषि is all लौकिक कर्मास, all so-called secular acts, all the things I do from morning to night. Yat karoshi. Okay, it may include puja also in between. Then it includes, you can say it includes previous shloka, it includes. But the purpose of that shloka, yat karoshi, is to say that any act, any act means anything you do in a given day. And you don't have time to go to the temple, you don't have time for all these things at all. You don't have time to light the lamp, you don't have time, you don't even know where your puja room is. No problem, Krishna says. Okay, that is the purpose of that shloka. Yat karoshi. My father used to work in a company, and the motto of that company was, work is worship. Work is worship.
Yeah, I know that.
And today I look for the motto. That company no longer uses that motto. Okay, because the work is worship and all, it becomes religious, this, that, they create a huge fuss. And so that's gone. But I remember now, I recall that now. When I was a boy, I used to see that work is worship. And I did not fully understand what it was. This is work is worship. Yat karoshi, yajjuhoshi, etc. That is work is worship. That's what it is.
But earlier you said, no, people come home late and then still get a call and do that. Is also probably work is worship, maybe forced.
So what's your question?
I'm saying that is also these days you can interpret that is also work is worship.
Yeah, so
24 hours.
the shloka gives us that freedom. That if I am mature enough, then I can say, whatever I'm doing with the bhavana of worship. It's not easy. And so it has to grow into us. And then that person will not have any more guilt and things like that. No, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing lighting a lamp. I'm not doing puja. This, that. That is irrelevant to that person.
Yeah, but in previous chapter also we said, no, everything you do consider as a yajna,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So that is what this also is.
That is the same thing. Yeah. Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Jai Kumarji.
Go ahead, Ramesh.
In this sloka of 27, Krishna is telling Arjuna, whatever you do, whether you eat, do whatever you give as a dana, tapas, everything give it to me. Or is he kind of selfish?
Yeah, if Krishna had an antakaranam, if Krishna were a person like you or me, then we will say Krishna is selfish. But unfortunately, Krishna is not that kind of entity. Krishna is the representation of the order of this universe. The order of the universe doesn't demand anything. These demands are always from people with ahankara. Even an animal doesn't demand anything, really speaking. No ahankara is there. Its behavior is completely instinctual. Therefore, you can never say my dog is demanding and all. You can't say because that's the dog is a dog. That's all. It is used to certain people and it will wag its tail and it sees certain people. That's about it. But it's all instinctual. Only the human mind is demanding. Only the human mind wants this and wants that. Krishna is not that kind of an entity, not a human entity. Krishna's birth we saw is not born of karma. We are all born of karma. Krishna's birth is different. And therefore, we don't, if you look at Krishna as a person, forgetting that he is not a person, then we will get into these kinds of questions. Is Krishna selfish? For your own benefit, he says, do it like, offer it to me. That's all.
But is it not more appropriate if we tell, instead of telling me, giving everything to me, you can give it to your Ishta Devata?
Yeah, that's what he said earlier. You give it to Ishta Devata also is fine. It will come to me, he says. Suddenly, it will come to me only. Don't worry. Ishta Devata is like a is like the postman who picks up all the letters and then don't think the postman is going to open all the letters and read. No. It's going finally to the desired destination.
That's interesting. It's like IRS. Give the money, it goes to them.
Money order. Yeah, exactly. You give the money, go to the post office, and nobody touches your money. In India, they still charge a very small, minute amount of money, commission, 5 rupees or something. You want to
Yes,
send
yes.
the facility is still there for people who are not into all this Google Pay and all that, and they do that. So only 5 rupees goes to the post office. Everything else goes to the desired destination.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah. Yeah, Vaidyaji, go ahead.
Yeah, Jayakumarji, so this verse is a reiteration of Karma Yoga, right? Ishwararpana Buddhi.
Correct. Correct. Mayi sarvani sanyasya. Mayi karmani sanyasya. Nai sarvani karmani sanyasya dhyatma chetasa nirashi nirmamo bhutva yudhyasva vigata jvaraha. Like that in the third chapter we saw. And many other shlokas like that. Yeah, definitely. Karma Yoga Buddhi. No doubt about that. So, Karma Yoga Buddhi comes from this attitude, or Karma Yoga Buddhi feeds into this kind of attitude. Both, just it's one feeds on the other. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, so Vidya says Mukesh Ambani's daughter. Okay. Vaidya, you're on top of everything, is it? I mean, I see Vaidya and his brother. I tell you, and you don't know all this. This is private stuff. I'm telling you, it's still enjoyable stuff. They know everything. They remember all. They were top notch in general knowledge. And Vaidya will never compete in general knowledge exams because if he competes, he'll be number one. He only conducts quizzes. He will not. He will not be in any quiz. He will only conduct because he knows it all. His brother and he are blessed with this kind of a Veda Shakti that they remember all details from, you can never say anything is insignificant because it's all important. And so I remember that whenever I think of Vaidya and his brother, I always think of Veda Shakti. What kind of Veda Shakti? How it can be, how it can. So thank you, Vaidya ji, for being here. Yeah. Thank you.
Guruji,
Yeah.
Meera here.
Yeah,
Namaste.
Meera, go ahead.
Just I understand about the prayers, but thing is, a curiosity. What would be a jnani's prayer like?
Yeah. So what will be a jnani's prayer?
Because Sarve Bhavantu it doesn't hold at all, because Sarve is only one for him. It's all inclusive, right? He sees everything as what you call, not even I think above Ishvara. Paramatma.
No, he sees everything as one, correct. But he also knows everybody else sees everything as different. He has no Artha Kama desire is gone and there is no more Shoka. Shokam Tarati Atmavit. Okay, Narada says that. So, yeah, no Shoka is there. But he can recognize Shoka when he sees. So, his prayers are very powerful. In Jnani's prayers, he is not going to pray for himself, herself. No, won't work. It is not there. Even before the person became a jnani, the prayers will be dropped. Okay. The Nishkama Bhakti we are talking, correct? Nishkama Bhakti is what? We are dropping Artha Kama prayers for ourselves. Even we are dropping. What to talk of jnani? But we are welcome to pray for others, and jnani can pray for others. And if the jnani promises that he or she will pray for somebody, that person will pray for that person. Guaranteed. Simply said, I will pray for you. And completely forgot after that. No, not that kind of I will pray for you. This is true prayer. Person will drop stuff and then focus some time on that person. Yeah, I've seen this. So therefore, yeah, you're right in that a prayer is no longer meaningful for a jnani. Means for the jnani's purpose, it is not any meaning. There is no prayer at all. But our sannyasis will do puja. Why? Loka sangrahartham. When a sannyasi does puja in front of my eyes, then I automatically imbibe that. And I am inspired to do the puja. If he can do the puja, I should be the one doing the puja, not him. But he's doing the puja. So he's like a parent doing it for the child. So that is why they do some role playing there. They do some role playing. They will never do any Agni Karyam. They will never do any Agni Karyam. They may do puja. So Shodasopachara puja and all they will do. But Agni, no Agni Kari. They will sit and watch. Yajamana, they will be doing Agni Kakari will be done. They will sit and watch. They will bless the whole yaga.
His sankalpas will be for others.
Sankalpas are always for others. Yeah.
So Artha Kama for others is still Nishkama.
Correct. Artha Kama for others is still Nishkama. Correct. For the person is Nishkama.
But then won't it be that also a desire?
It is.
Yeah, that is a desire, but it's a desire that removes all desires. Therefore, we don't consider this as part of a sakama.
So it nullifies the karma effect.
What do you mean by nullifies karma?
Means desire leads to karma, right? Action.
Karma phala.
Karma to karma phala.
Yeah.
Then papa, punya and all that. So how does he overcome that cycle?
For Ajnani, what you said is correct. What you said is right for an Ajnani. For a jnani, a desire is never for oneself. For an ajnani, desire comes out of emptiness, out of ignorance. For a jnani, desire comes from fullness.
But
he's also an akarta, right? He's also an akarta.
Akarta also. And so desire pops up means there must be a reason for that desire. Okay, let's do that.
So there's no accrual of punya and papa.
No such thing at all. Such thing at all. If the desire is not fulfilled, the jnani is not going to sit and cry.
So
So-
from the standpoint of enlightenment, he is not a doer at all. When it is not enlightened, only then you cross this cycle. You go through this cycle.
Correct. Correct.
So if I give dhanam for my sake, then it leads to punya papa. If I give dhanam for his sake, there's no concept of punya papa.
So, see, when an ajnani karma yogi does dhanam, okay, it can never be completely for the other person's sake. It can never be. Not possible because ankara is there and kartritvam is there. Therefore, that dhanam that is done is also for the benefit of the giver. It's also for the benefit of the giver. And there should be a benefit. Antakarana shuddhyartham. By doing this, let me become purer. Let me become purer. And because whatever I give is not going to be enough for the other person anyway. Never enough. Dhanam is never enough. Therefore, we can never say I helped. In fact, we have no right to say I helped somebody else, even if you gave some money. Because that person may think, what is this? He's giving me only 5 rupees. Yeah, if you have a conversation with him, you may be disappointed. Therefore, it's better not to have a conversation. Just give whatever you want, just move away from there. Otherwise, he may curse you also. So, we don't want any curses on this.
What is asking for UPI? Better say UPI.
UPI.
No change is UPI.
Oh my goodness, UPI. That's too much. But yeah, it's for our sake. Dhanam is always for our sake. Please remember that. Never go around saying Dhanam is for somebody else's sake. No. We do Dhanam for our own sake. For our own antakarana shuddhi, we do that. That's it. Never ever say I helped this person, that person, and all. I was able to give, and so I'm very thankful that I gave. And so it was my duty to give. Never take on the credit of giving to somebody else. No, never do that. Dhanam is for my sake. Dhanam is always for the sake of the giver. It's the best way to approach that. Otherwise, that dhanam becomes a waste. Then I will keep saying to people, I did this, I did that. And gone. All the punyam is gone after that. Gone. Something to think about.
I thought that is all Atmanastu Kamaya.
What is your question?
No, I'm saying is whatever you dhanam you give because it makes you happy.
True. So yeah. So but that point is lost. No, when we do this, when I say I helped 10 people. If I say today, that Atmanastu doesn't come at all
Because it makes me happy, right?
But I didn't say that. I didn't say I am happy because I gave to 10 people. I say I gave 10 people.
Okay, I understand. Yeah.
So I'm not highlighting my happiness. I'm highlighting the fact that you should recognize that I gave. See, that is where the problem is.
We need that plaque. Nowadays they put all this anywhere you give donation. They give, in olden days, even in my school, even somebody put a tube light in the temple, they'll say somebody's Ubayam.
Oh, Ubayam.
Yeah, Ubayam. Yeah, because they paint it in red in a tube light because it blocks half of the light.
Oh.
I don't know whether you have seen this. I've seen this in many temples.
Oh, that because they have painted it, the name and all. The light is
Yes.
blocked because of that.
Yeah, because it's a say 4 feet fluorescent light. You write it in a paint with black or a red color. Obviously, it will block light.
Oh, so
But
that
the point is to point that, hey, so and so gave this tube
okay.
light or fixture.
Yeah. So
I don't know
recognize.
whether they do it
So,
here, but
so what the recipient is saying is, I want to recognize the donor. Okay, I want to recognize the donor. So that is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But how the donor is going to finally take all of this? That is the question. If the donor is saying, I want to be recognized, therefore I want to give. I have a great opportunity to be recognized. If the donor says that, then that is adhamadana. Adhamadana. Okay. Adhamadana. Because now it becomes a transaction for that person. I want this, therefore I'm going to do this. It's no different than going to the store and buying something for which there is no punyam and pap. So what could have been a great act of punyam and great act through which I can gain antakarna shuddhi has been reduced to null, zero. Correct? Think about it. It's a transaction, right? I want fame, therefore I'm going to do this. Oh, so you got your fame. The Bhagavan has no work to do. No punyam papam calculation.
it also worked the other way, right? Because people who need money from you also will say, hey, you give so much, we will put your name there. You know?
That's what I'm saying. The recipient has the right to do whatever they want to do. Recipient can do whatever. And they can choose to do whatever because anyway they are receiving the money. So they will do, they can say, we'll do all these things. But how the donor is going to take all this is the question. That's what we're talking about. The donor need not say, no, you should not put my name. They can say, donor can say that. Sometimes they say that. I want to remain anonymous, etc. That is fine. That's also a nice gesture. But if the donor gets recognized, how does the donor take that recognition? That is the question I am going to ask. Suppose the donor has no control, and whatever you do, somebody recognizes the donor. Then what? Now what? Did the donor do all these things for the recognition? How important was that recognition to the donor? Suppose the recognition was withheld, will the donor's attitude be different? All these questions the donor has to ask himself first. That's all. So that's what will decide what is the result of that dana. Very interesting it is. Satvika Danam, Rajasika Danam is there, Tamasika Danam. He's going to talk. Krishna is going to mention all these things. Somewhere it's going to come. 17th chapter or something. Okay, so we'll stop with that. It's already 8.
Jaykumarji, was it when it comes to Jnani, was it, I mean, not only about Katrutva, Karma and all that aspect which are not be there, but even the prayer and all will become, it's a sort of default in the sense, all that automatically goes out to the others rather than, because there are no binding desires or anything for him, Jnani. So it is like whatever I do, as long as my prarabdha continues till the end, it's automatically attracted to others. I mean, I'm actually giving my punya, there's no punya as such for him, but it actually goes out to the others. So basically, it is not that intention inside his mind that I have to do some prayer. It is default, automatic, that it will given out to others. Is it not that way?
Correct. Every act done by a jnani is only for the benefit of others. Correct. Because there is the jnani needs no benefit. Therefore, correct, you're right. Therefore, all the benefit, if any, goes to others, goes to the bhaktas. Tattva Bodha also we studied that, I think, right?
True.
It says that ye jnaninam nindanti, those who scold, those who criticize a jnani. Then wait. The past papa of the jnani is waiting to come to you. Our politicians need to, somebody has to tell them, I think, these things. But anyway, yeah, that's right, Prasadji.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so another comment here. Even when we want to donate, we should be happy there is someone to receive it, so we offer humbly. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Oh, absolutely. It's for our sake. Dhanam is for our sake. Yeah, Vaidya, you have a comment?
Yes, Jaykumarji, this is, I agree with everything that has been said so far. I wanted to ask a question about, when you see in the ancient times, when kings like Rajaraja Chola and so on made endowments for a particular purpose, let's say for the Brihadishwara temple, some kind of endowment. It was often, they would record it in the form of, an inscription in stone, Kalvette, as they say in Tamil, or it might be done in a copper plate inscription, because that is a way of recording history, right? So I just wanted to make a comment that, that also has some historical basis to it. But then you can say that maybe Rajaraja Chola, when he made this, he did this so that it would be an example of how an ideal king should be, and not so much for, his own selfish reasons.
Yeah. So those are all within the realm of dharma and setting up good examples of governance. Okay, that is a very good example. And they put a lot of details in the temple inscriptions, Calvete and the copper plate. And who they even named his ministers. This minister is responsible for bringing flowers, and these people are meant responsible for because huge murti is there. You can't just go to the store and buy for $2 some flowers and all and come. It don't work. You need a whole village to get flowers. Okay, only then the puja can be done. And so yeah, they're all governance, etc. So yeah, good good examples of governance. We had some very terrific examples of good governance. My goodness. I don't know if our IAS people, I wonder if they're taught all these things. I doubt it. But yeah, we'll have to see that. Good. So we'll stop with that. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanmantaraye Amrita Kalasahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanataya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha. Thank you. Thank you.